I don't believe in mistakes. I believe in learning experiences because if you can learn from something, you can grow and you can move forward. But if we frame things as mistakes, we're afraid of mistakes. So let's embrace learning experiences. And here is one such moment that happened for me. In fact, it was my biggest mistake and it almost turned into a disaster. So it happened way back when I was a high school band director, and we had this marching band competition that we were hosting at our school, and my marching band was great. And I really wanted to do this for the home crowd. The only problem was there was a storm coming in, and not just some rain, thunderstorms, lightning, bad weather, high winds, the works. And I kept looking at the radar as we got closer and closer. And the parents who were helping and volunteering for the event kept asking me, what are we doing? And I wanted to be outside so we could march on the football field. And I made the bad decision, the wrong decision, to go outside. So we started that way. We started outside. And by the time the first band finished, it started to rain. By the time the second band was playing, it was raining. There were thunderstorms. It was not a good scene. One of my best friends who was a band director at another school, he came up to me, he said, we are not getting on that field. The weather is too bad. I will not put my students on that field. And you know what? He was right. And that was just the wake-up call I needed. He set off the alarm in my head that I was doing the wrong thing. So I changed what we were doing and I told everyone, we've got to move this inside. Thank goodness, I had some really great, amazing parent volunteers. We moved the entire event within a few minutes inside the gymnasium. We changed exactly what we were doing, but I can tell you right now, it was not a good decision at the beginning of that event to be outside. It was a horrific decision that I made. I was too young. I let my emotions get the best of me and I made a bad decision. But I listened to those around me and I changed that decision. Fast forward another year or two, we were faced with the same problem. It was my second to last year teaching high school band, and man, this marching band was incredible and we had the best show lined up. And here we were again, the Wednesday before the event, with 100% rainstorms predicted for Saturday night, the night of our event. Here I was faced with the same decision. Was I going to make the same mistake or was I going to learn from my mistake? I made the smart decision. I learned from my mistake. I didn't like the way the other one turned out inside the gymnasium, just standing and performing for a crowd in a gymnasium. It just didn't work that way. So I quickly made some phone calls. I found out we could use our football field, and every school except one was available on the following Tuesday when the weather would be clear. We moved the entire event from Saturday night to Tuesday night. We made a couple of adjustments, so if bands needed to leave because the next day was a school day, they could do that. All the bands got to perform. We got to perform. It ended up being a great night. It didn't have the sparkle a Saturday night had, but everyone was safe. And I learned from my mistake. So here's what I learned. I learned that it's okay to make mistakes. Always be ready to correct your mistakes. So don't get so full of yourself. Don't let your ego get in the way so that you can't make the right decision moving forward. That's what I learned. We all have to grow up sometimes. I did a lot of growing up on that night.